So we have a few questions that we got to the Google Forms. Well, first off the start, today's AYS's birthday. It's the 2nd of July. For most people, it's still 1st of July if you're living in America or Europe or anywhere like that. Um, so this is the main event we're running. Well, later we'll be making an announcement and running some giveaways, so keep an eye out for that. Um, so to start off, we'll start off with uh the questions on the Google form. Leave your questions in the questions channel, and we also have a chat channel that you can you can talk chat in. So the first question we've got is from Giuseppe. Is asking, this is for me. How's the software dev project coming along? So Giuseppe, he goes to school with me, and in our team we're working on this like project. Um, so yeah, it's going all right, I guess. Not much to say about that. I haven't really worked on it. But he's asleep right now, so he's not even here. Next, we have Cutter Met, who has a question for us. Uh, so he says, what motivates you to keep going? So who wants to answer that?
What was the question again?
What motivates you to keep going? Is
Probably the community, if I had to pick one thing.
that it? Well, for me personally, I think it's it's also the community, as John said, but it's also the reward that you get from helping see servers grow and getting, being able to work in an awesome place with awesome people, having everyone around you as you work on this, I guess, and seeing the support from members that members give you as well as staff. Next question from Kat is, what do you like about the job the most? Um, I guess I like the community the most. I like being able to wake up and say hi to everyone. Um, having people there. It's just that's probably the best thing about it. There's always people to talk to, always something happening. Um, uh, who who do you look up to? Uh, I don't really have a role model. I've never really had one. Uh, yeah, I don't. It's not really anyone I look to, but if I look up in terms of servers, I'd say I'd look up to a server like Dino and Dank Mema. They really um they've worked really hard to get where they are, and that's what I sort. Those are the footsteps I want to follow in. Um, Last but not least, may I take a nap? And that's here, but that's a no. Someone can tell them that. Next, we have a question from Minnie. Why is there no appeal for staff blacklist? There actually is. We just haven't made an announcement about it, but there's one in if you DM Modmail, we'll send you the snippet for that. How's it like being management? It's very busy. It's a high stress takes job. There's a lot of things we have to look after. We work pretty hard. I work. It's a whole lot for me right now. I work upwards of 6 hours a day on AYS. It's very demanding. But yeah, it's what it is being management. The best parts, I'd say, yeah, being able to work with everyone, um, talking with people, hanging out. The worst parts, it's a lot of work. It's easy to burn out quickly. Um, there's lots of trolls and stuff on the internet, so you got to be careful of them bringing you down. But you know, you move on. We have one from Musty. So the question is, how did you get the idea of creating the server? So I think I'll give this one to Equilux. Um, I'm not sure where he plans on answering it because it's a bit late for him. But yeah, he made the server originally, so I think it's appropriate that he answers it. He's gonna answer the question, so the fast type, okay, don't worry. Essentially, it just comes from, what the server does. But originally he made the server, he used to have a server called Ads, and then he made a new one. Some of you might know Pandora, the advertising server. Um, it's a bit dead nowadays, but don't want to trash on my boy Double-Eyed Bus. But Eclex used to work there and he got this server idea from there. We haven't changed the name before or theme. Did you ever think about giving up? Well, I joined when we were getting bigger, so I had the support around me, so I don't really think so, but Eclex might be able to give insight. Did you ever feel like giving up when you started? Next, we have Penguin Craft. Name a way or two to still participate on servers not growing or gaining members. I think if you're if you're trying something in your server and it's just not working, I think you gotta take a step back and reevaluate what you're trying to do. So I know we've done that AYS quite a few times. If we're struggling with growing, we'll take a step back and reevaluate our strategy. And it's really about looking at the server from your members' perspective, because there's only so much you can do in terms of bringing in members. Then you gotta stop. You gotta try to get people to stop leaving your server. So that means keeping people interested. So what we generally do is we'll take a step back, gather the things together, have a brainstorming session to see what people think we should do, try out, and generally we go from there. Because if you're not getting members and you're trying to do a whole lot of stuff, and that's just not panning out, then it's worth reevaluating what you're trying to do and trying a different strategy. Uh, next question from Fleet. How did you recruit the staff in the server, such as the social media people, network managers, and network crew? We have a jobs channel in the join staff. It's in the welcome to AYS category. All the team leaders have their applications there to apply for the different departments. You can check out those. That's how we hire everyone. Um, yeah. So I'll go on to the questions from the questions channel now, starting from the top. So Optimus Prime says, who made this server? Ecolex made the server originally. It was the original founder. Um, and then a year or so later, I took over because Ecolex became busy with school, and I had a lot more time on my hands. Who made the server? I know I already answered that. Why is your voice hot, Rory? It's 6 a.m. right now, and I'm Australian, so if that gives you any hints. What inspired you to make this server? As we said before, um, Eclex said, he used to work for Pandora, and he thought of the idea, and he thought that'd be a cool thing to make. We already answered Mickey's question. Fleet, you read mine, but how do you judge people if they're good enough for the job or not? It really comes down to how much effort people put into their applications. If they say they have a lot of experience and they actually, write a decent amount in their application, that's quality. Um, that's how we generally judge. Um, yeah. Soap asks, are you a cot? Really depends how you think about it. For the most part, I'm a bus, but I'm also JoJo mother, which is the cot mum. So
I'll just answer that question for him. Yes, he is.
I'll take that as a no. Happy Jeffrey says, how did AIs become popular? I think it was very much a timing thing. Um, we uh, we were one of the first advertising servers, and we actually pushed ourselves quite a bit. So we had the advantage of there wasn't as much competition back then, as well as so now we have the support of all the services we offer as and the staff as well. Rosie asks, "Am I cool?" I hope so. Who in the management is caught? So we have John, Equilux, Aircot, Andy, Ray, um, basically everyone in management's caught. How long did it take for AYS to get so many members? If you actually scroll up in our headquarters channel to the very top, you actually see Equilux used to post the milestones when we gain members, as well as the Robux giveaways when we reached a certain milestone, which were always very fun. Um, why all your voice is hot? Well, depends. How much did you spend to advertise your server? Um, back when we started, we made nothing, so we spent nothing. It was very much a organic thing now, thing back then. Now it's a business, um, business and a community. We do spend money on advertising ourselves, especially on sites like Google AdWords. We invest. Uh, yeah. How old are both of you? I'm personally I'm 18, but it's up to the other management members if they wish to say that. I turned 18 a couple of months ago, so yeah. What made you become staff here? I think I'll let someone else in management answer that.
Personally, just during the start of COVID, I got quite bored and I used to use Discord quite a bit. I eventually got a bit burnt out working for other servers and I got back into it around the start of COVID when there wasn't that much to do. I found AYS and I had been advertising here for a while and I just decided why not give it a try. And I originally joined as moderator and then I guess kind of just worked my way up.
Yeah, I remember I remember Ecolect had opened the applications originally. So I just decided, why not? I'll apply. It was 3 a.m. one morning. I was going off to America that day, so we had an early flight, so I was up at 3. And I remember Trashman, who was the original head admin, was DMing me, asked me questions about the application. I'm not sure where Ecolux went. Maybe he went to bed. Who knows? How many network management have been throughout the few years? It's really hard to say. We've had quite a few. Um, I'd say I think less than 20, but there's been a few that's gone through. But we have quite like Ray's been here for I think 2 years. John's been here for over a year. Xbox has been here for ages. Andy's been here for almost 2 years. Same with Airbus. What do you think of Reddit? I think Reddit's pretty good. I think it's a different change. Um, you know, I think a lot of people have subreddits. It's the subreddit I think is kind of pretty active. It might not be a good place to chat, but it's a good place to post your subreddit if you have one. Because whereas like, things like AYJ and I guess AYB get repetitive because they're just about bots and servers, so our subreddit lets us help market to a different audience. Is Ray your favorite mod? Well, Ray isn't a mod, so it can't be. Why do you pay your staff for Discord? I thought Discord mod was just for fun. Well, mods don't get paid. Yeah, that's a volunteer position, but positions that are like management, I won't go into much, and uh things like graphic design that have general like skills that take a lot of time to learn, that you generally will train for or like have classes for. Um, those are paid if they're because it's only fair. Um, what are your opinions on Monkey? I think Monkey's pretty cool myself. Um, yeah. Question from Lucia. How do you know if someone's credible to hire in I'm for hire? Well, we don't moderate the credibility of people. We only moderate what's posted. Um, it's really up to the individual who decides to hire them how they do it. So that's why, always use something like PayPal services so you can dispute it if you believe that if your payment or if you've been scammed or something. Always use a, payment method that's reversible in case something's happened. When recruiting staff, is it better to recruit internally or externally? How do you decide on what to do when recruiting yours? So generally, internally is better, but if you're in need of staff, also go externally. We post externally, some of the time if we're looking for staff. But generally, you want to find people that are already in your server. They know about your server. They know how it works, the staff there. Instead of bringing people who aren't part of the server, members can get annoyed because they see, people who aren't part of the server joining just getting staff instantly, and they may think, how come they get stuff and I don't? So you got to be careful about that. How do you decide on what to do when recruiting yours? So we always hire internally. That's why we have the 30-day members requirement, but we also post externally saying come join AYS. and then you can join the staff team. And um, why would you say advertising your server externally is useful? Yes. It gives you a much larger radius of who you can advertise to. Um, it gives you a bigger skill set because you're going to find people who have more skills than the members in your server. What sort of methods of advertising could you use externally? So if you're looking at self advertising, there's a lot of Discord servers that offer have the same chance as us in terms of I'm looking for stuff and you can just post there and you find people there. Some servers, if you're offering a paid position, will have like a jobs channel, like such as Top GG. How do you find people who have certain skills such as growth experts or who study server data? Um, Generally, a lot of the time, we'll hire people who already run communities, as well as we have a very large training program within the staff team at AYS. So, when you become DG, SST, you're trained through the ropes of how you grow servers and things like that, given the rundown, to make sure you know what you're doing and how, general marketing works. Accept your friend requests. I might in a bit. Um, Question from Aesthetical. Is Jog on a cart? I'll say that as a
I'm not.
yes. He is.
Mm,
He won. We have the AYS Staff Awards. He won Best Cot last year.
I think that was you actually, but okay.
I don't think so. Do you guys like beans? No, I'm not much of a fan. But John, do you like beans?
Beans are pretty good to be honest, especially like baked beans. I'm gonna have some this weekend for 4th of July, you know?
Oh yeah, it's 4th of July soon, isn't it?
Hmm.
Felt like last year. Do you guys prefer dogs or cats?
Dogs, cats are so
Oh,
dumb.
I like cats to be honest. I have a dog myself. I also like cats because I like Matt and Nacho and all the other cots out there, especially dogging. Um, One of the management members recording this, yes, we have a couple of us recording it, because we want to upload it later for people who couldn't come today. What inspired you to create and work on AYS? I think we kind of already answered this, but essentially, the community and the people around us that support us as well as help as again to see the effort we put in come out and you know it really shows on what we can do. FA Crispy has a question. I do you guys have a channel that posts service with staff positions that are paid? Yeah, we do. It looks like you found it. Do you think you open partnerships to add service of 1K in the future? So Ray was concerned to get this question, but I'll answer it. Look, I think there is a possibility that we will open it up shortly. Um, I won't give any spoilers away, but um, there may be a possibility in the future we do. We're always, we're always changing up restrictions and things like that. But we hope to be able to work with advertising servers more. Um, so we look forward to possibly removing that cap. What's your opinion on aesthetic cut? It's pretty dumb cut, I gotta say. The Rosie asks, is there a good place to look for GFX people in the server? Uh, if you're looking for paid, look in the paid staffing channel or the free one. Also, a good place to look is Fiverr. Um, as well as we also offer graphic design services through our support with our graphic design team. So get up there, we can show you our portfolio. You go dev.aos.gg/portfolio. But we've quite a few talented people on the team, so um, hit us up. We'll be happy to assist you. But otherwise, just ask in the free or paid, look in the free or paid advertising channel. How much water does homework drink? Oh, look, in my days of coming home from school, I think it was last year, right after lockdown, I was coming home, it was pouring down. Um, my geography book was soaked. Had to get a new one. How long have you all been friends? Essentially, since everyone became staff. Um, John, I've been friends with since probably March of last year. Equinox, we go back to like August of 2017, I think it is. Airbus, I don't remember how long. Andy's been ages. Ray's been ages as well. Um, so yeah, essentially everyone, whenever everyone joined staff, that's how we really met each other. Yeah. Question from Fleet. When you create a network, how do you manage all the staff and the overall network itself? This is more of a Ray question, but I think John could actually answer this because he's the Chief Operating Officer.
And when creating a network, how do you manage all the staff? Personally, and I'm not Ray, but what I would say is that you need to have a strict set of policies or regulations in place, and also just be cautious when you're hiring people and have a good training program. Because what I see a lot is people are desperately in need for staff, and they basically just hire anybody that applies or give them incorrect permissions and don't really check before hiring somebody, and that obviously just leads to not good stuff happening. They can pretty much do whatever they want depending on what permissions you give them. But for the overall network itself, could you elaborate on that just a bit? If I was just talking about the overall, I would just say to constantly be monitoring how things are going, monitor growth and things like that. But yeah, if you have a specific question, feel free to edit your message. Do you use server insights to judge the server or success of the server? Not really. I mean, stats obviously fluctuate a lot. I mean, it can give you a general idea of how things are going, but it obviously can't tell you um, that much. It's basically, like I said, statistics fluctuate quite a bit. So yeah. For
I
being
think
successful, what were you saying? Sorry.
I think in terms of server insights, while they're not useful for looking at your community itself, they are a good way to measure growth and as well as if to see what strategy you're doing from an analytical standpoint, to see what your strategy, if your strategy is working or not. We use data analytics quite a lot here to measure, upward trends, downward trends in terms of members coming and members going. Looking at correlations between what we do and how members react. So it's a good way to collect data. But I'll let John continue on.
How do you judge a server being successful? Well, honestly, personally, I don't really have a set answer for that. I think it's kind of up to you to decide. But I would say as long as you enjoy your server, and obviously you can't call a server with no members successful, but as long as you enjoy your server and you are passionate for what you created and you are satisfied with how it is going, then I would say you succeeded on your main purpose, which is to have an enjoyable server. For the staff structure, like which staff manage certain things. Oh yeah, so in AYS we have regular crew members, we have network crew. Crew members basically just work on the AYS or Discord side of things. So we have like DGE, partnership team, moderation, and other things like that. Network crew essentially works outside of Discord on things like human resources, social media, things like that. Then we have team leaders, which is a step up, and they basically manage a certain team, operations management, and then network management. So I would definitely recommend having some sort of staff structure. We have multiple staff structures, especially like moderation. We have junior moderator, senior moderator, helper, and yeah. But if you don't have some sort of role hierarchy, then um, it's not you're not really going to be able to have a successful staff team. And yeah, I think that's about it.
Sounds pretty good. Um, for the social medias, how do you manage those? Well, we use a social media platform called Zoho Social, which we use to manage and schedule our social media posts. It allows us to track, analytics and things like that. So yeah. Where would you see yourself with that AYS from Derek? Personally, I don't really know myself. I've always, I guess, I mean, before I ran AYS, I've always been an entrepreneur. I was really into running businesses. Even if they didn't make any money, I just really found that a lot of fun. You know, it was pretty awesome. Um, so without AYS, I'd probably be running some other business, and who knows where that would be at. So that's what I'd be doing. But what about John and Airbus? What do you guys think?
If I may answer this one, AYS really did help me shape my moderation experience. Probably without AYS, I wouldn't be moderator in the big communities I am in today, such as a few partnered servers and verified servers. basically AYS really helped me. It gave me a lot of experience. I got experience handling toughest situations and just experience talking to other people.
For me, I guess I would say I probably would be working somewhere else on Discord, but I guess for me personally, I guess I go through like certain phases of how active I am on Discord, and then like if I'm not really doing much for a server, then usually I'll just like kind of disappear for a bit. But I haven't really ever done that since I joined AYS because I guess I kind of found the server that I enjoy working on, and I have actually learned a ton from AYS just in general, moderation, um, operations management, customer service, and yeah, it's just been a really good experience overall.
Pretty good. Do you think Among Us memes are funny? Oh, look, I think Among Us is pretty outdated nowadays. But I really like if you haven't checked out any Among Us server, it's the Innersloth one. They have some really awesome Among Us stickers. You should really check them out. Um, yeah, they're pretty cool. Uh, Nacho Rory, since Equai originally created AYS, how did you originally find AYS, and what inspired you to begin working here? Oh, we're going right back now, aren't we? Um, back in I think it started 27. Originally, I used to run a like a Roblox YouTube channel with my friends from school, and we decided to make a Discord service. That's how I originally found out about Discord, but that kind of died off. I really got into Grand Theft Auto mods. I used to make plugins for like Rage Hook plugin, and LSPDFR, and I really got into like the modding community. So I made a server called GTA Modding Community. Um, that was my first ever Discord server. And I absolutely loved it. It got up to like 130 members at its peak before my account was hacked and got deleted because then I had this tragedy on my computer, and I was I didn't really know what to do back then. So yeah, but I really loved the server. It was awesome. You might have got into a bit of bother, but uh yeah, and then I guess I must have joined AOS to advertise it and find more people. And then I just saw staff applications open and I was like, sure, why not? I'll apply for admin. Because back then we had the admin position. That was pretty cool. So yeah. And then what inspired you to begin working here? I guess I just started working and I guess I just got into the groove of things and I just started really enjoying it. I worked my way up pretty quickly. And I guess that just gave me the motivation to keep going. Andre, how far do you plan to keep expanding? Look, we don't have any plans to expand anymore as is. We want to focus on what we have currently because there's no point in consistently expanding out if they're just going to be pretty dead platforms. We want to, focus on what we have so far and to expand that further. Um, and then possibly in the future we might go adding more, but for now we're just sticking with what we have. What's it like being upside down from Cali? Look, I don't really notice it anymore. Uh, I guess I just got used to it because, um, yeah, just happens, I guess. I wonder what's it like standing up straight? Should ask yourself that. From Derek, what are you most happy about with the AOS network and what's your personal biggest accomplishment? I think I'll let someone else answer this.
Derek, to answer your question, what I'm most happy with in the AYS network is probably the creations we've been doing in the background to eliminate spam and basically fraudulent activity happening in the server. And so far, it's been working because runs in the background quietly, and it's been doing a good job. And also these little integrations we've been doing, such as the moderation. If you guys ever applied to a moderation position, you notice that there's a bot that gives you a direct message with the status of your application and all that. We're going to be working to expand that further on without all the forms in our network. So yeah, we're pretty happy with that. Also, there are a bunch of other accomplishments too that I'm pretty sure all the other network managers have.
I would have to say personally, I'm just really impressed with how far we have come. Like I remember checking out AYS like almost 2 years ago, I think, and there was I think it was like January 2019 or 2020. There was like a really big DM raid. I remember that, and like everybody got DM'd a link to a server, and I remember that was what initially made me want to apply. And the server had like 27,000, 30,000 members, I think. And I remember I messaged AYS support, and I just thought it was really cool how like they had separate departments and how fast everything was handled. And I can just tell, I just think it's pretty amazing how far everything has come since then, and how much progression has been made within AYS.
Yeah, I also have to agree with you on that one. When I first joined in the beginning of 2019, I don't think this server had more than 10,000 members in it, but look, we're almost reaching 60,000. That's a really big accomplishment.
Especially in 2020, that was like a very good year for us. There was a lot of big things happening.
Yeah, I'll add on from that. I think one of the biggest accomplishments, hitting 50,000 members, halfway to 100K. So that was pretty good. What am I most happy about? Look, I guess just the amazing team we have that works behind the scenes, as well as the awesome community that surrounds AYS. That's really what pushes us to keep going. Mr. Bean Guy, are you guys becoming hardcore gamers? Oh, look, personally, I'm not as much of a gamer anymore as I was. I guess I'm just getting too old. I don't really play games much anymore. I guess I'm just very busy with balancing school and then also AYS. AYS is essentially a full-time job nowadays. Um, so yeah, but John Joggin's a pretty hardcore gamer, plays a lot of Bad Lying Simulator.
I disagree. I think you're pretty sweaty in Fortnite, to be honest.
Yeah, pretty pro Fortnite players. I play a lot of CS:GO.
Or he's becoming a
Yeah.
professional CS:GO player after AYS.
Mm. Equalex is a professional Roblox player. Plays Arsenal, and Ray and Andy play League of Legends, and Andy plays like Valorant and stuff. Kelly, what, in your opinion, what was one of the most funniest moments in your AOS experience? Oh, I think it's got to be the Sandro moments back in the staff server, back all those years ago, when Sandro was being very inappropriate. Those were pretty good. But yeah, that was pretty good. The older times were pretty good as well. We had a lot of the older community there that have moved on now. Um, they were pretty cool people. Lots of funny times with them. Derek, what's the number one tip you give to a new server owner? This is what I tell everyone: don't make a community server. Make a server that's unique, because otherwise people just aren't going to join. There's no point in making a community server because there's thousands of them, hundreds of thousands of them, millions of them that already exist, and there's no reason why yours over someone else's. Um, so make something unique, make something you're truly passionate about as well. No point in making just a server just for the members, because then you're going to give up. Question from MLO: how to grow a server? Go to spoke about this before. You just got to keep going at it, advertise, evaluate, repeat. Question from Zero on
Actually, that's
um,
actually something that requires a lot of patience and a lot of passion. Because if you put passion into your server, you are passionate about what your server is about, and the people, maybe the team, what the purpose of the server. If you're passionate about what it is about and what you want it to be, trust me, it will get you like far more ahead than just a server that you made because the topic that was it about was getting famous, or a lot of people like it or whatever. Even if it is something you don't really think it is famous, or a lot of people like it or whatever, it doesn't matter. As long as it is something that you are passionate about and you think it is important and all of that, it will have a much better result than just going at it just because.
sounds pretty good answer. Zero on why dumb? You're dumb. Uh, Derek, it's clear that you have a lot of other staff members to help you, but how do you create so many unique ideas like departments that let you make the network servers? Look, we take a lot of suggestions from members and staff members. I think I like to think the management team is pretty creative ourselves. We have actually like on our Trello, we have an ideas list where we put our cool ideas for things we want to do in the future. So we just pull stuff out of there when we think of something. I remember like Ray Response, for example. I was listening to forgot the name of the song, but it was a pretty cool song. I just thought, hey, that'd be a pretty cool bot to make, and we made it. But yeah, a lot of our other ideas have come from our staff members. Fleet, how do you motivate your staff? Um, I think, appreciation goes a long way, telling people how much they mean to the server. As well as, we also offer a lot of staff perks, freebies for we reward people for working hard and staying in the staff team, such as, free merch, Nitro, all those cool things. So if you want to get access to those, head over, apply for stuff. But we generally the way you motivate people is by keeping them engaged in what they do and making sure they have a purpose. Even though a purpose is the most important thing, so I think that's one of the most important things. Make sure they have something to do. Make sure they know that they're having an impact and they can see it. What is the biggest thing you attribute with AYS's success? I would say it's just the motivation of all the staff team. It won't be possible without everyone's help. A lot of people work very hard to bring us where we are today. So I think the staff team and their dedication to the job is the best thing that um is the main thing that attributes to our success. But also that we were early in the game of advertising servers and growth servers as well as um you know a lot of us have previous experience on what we're doing. Thoughts on Interpro, the Discord staff who enabled the new theme and all that? I'm not sure what you mean by that. I don't know what you mean by new theme. Um,
Honestly, I
He
don't mind the
means the
revamp that much.
the rebrand,
what revamp?
The
the
logo
one that they
change
did.
and text change and stuff.
Oh, um, look, I don't really care too much about the Discord redesign. Um, it doesn't bother me too much. It doesn't really look all that different. Um, but I guess I prefer the old branding, like Wampus and Clive. Yeah, as well as the old Discord logo was pretty good. But I don't mind the new revamp. What about the rest of you? Do you care?
I think it's actually pretty nice.
I,
I think they're going.
I think like a good change. Obviously, a lot of people don't like it because nobody likes change. But I think it was like a right step, even though it was a hard step.
Honestly, I feel like
Honestly,
this.
the company's fine. Yeah.
I feel like Discord is going to make it more user friendly. Whole brand image at once, but I think what they're going for in general is a good idea.
Yeah, I saw the subreddit was like over the moon about it. Question from Pablo: when will AOS have a revamp? A lot of members think the layout's kind of bad. You can make a suggestion to have the revamp change, but in general, everything's fine how it is. We have made small changes around the place, making it easier for new members. Psychologically, people don't like change, so that's calm down. I remember we had like a flux members leave because I guess they just didn't like the change. So we try to keep things, as easy and as similar as possible for people to use so they know how to use the server. Question from Emilio: how can I make my members not ignore my server ad? You gotta make it really just pop out. Emotes. You gotta have the best stuff at the top and at the bottom. So you gotta have also having a banner is pretty good because it allows you to express creativity. So you just really gotta make it stand out. Hit up our hour support bot. Experts will give you a free ad review and they'll tell you how you can improve it to make more members interested in Question from Shady: what was the hardest part about making such a successful server? Dual dApps. So I guess the hardest things, when you work at this such a high level, there's always going to be quite serious things that happen. In this field, there's a lot of competition. So you got to be mindful of that. The competition helps keep us on our toes. You know, it help us inventing new things, working together as a team. I guess the hardest part's just keep going at it. You know, the days where you just want to give up, but you just gotta keep pushing. You know, you gotta look at the light at the end of the tunnel. You know, think about why you did this to begin with. That's what I generally do when I get down. I think when I find stuff becoming too much, I'll just take a breather and then get back into it. How do you adapt to this? So I guess we have staff-wide breaks. Basically, like a few weeks each year, we have staff-wide breaks where everyone just takes a break from stuff. Um, gives people a rest. So yeah. Apollo, what language do you guys speak? I only speak English. Anyone else want to answer?
I only speak English as well. Well, I still know a little bit of Latin, but yeah, that's it.
I mean, my native language is Spanish, so yo sé hablar español, aunque mucha de la gente no sepa hablar español.
I
Um,
speak
so
Vietnamese.
yeah, that's kind of my native language, and then I have my second language, which will be English, which that's very much it. And I want to learn Japanese actually. So that's very much it.
I know a bit of Chinese. I did Chinese for 4 years. Andy, I think, speaks Chinese. Eclex, I just think speaks English. Yeah.
Yeah, I can speak
Emulate.
Chinese.
And do you guys support LGBT? Yes, we certainly do. That's why we had we had the rainbow flag as our server icon for the Pride Month. You know, that was a really good thing to support. So yeah, we keep looking forward to supporting that. We have a charity event every year, which we do at Christmas, so we might even support a charity supporting LGBTQ then. So keep an eye out for that. Reaper, what are your thoughts on magically advertising? Oh, I can't wait to answer this. Look, does I don't really care about it. Good for that. Good on them. You know, they were passionate about what they do, and they got to. You know, they're a big server. That's all I really have to say about that. Where can we buy merch? You can buy it on our store. If you check out the welcome channel, there's a link to our shop. Question from Nacho: why is Andy such a cot? Oh, look, you know, I think he should answer this, to be honest. Andy, why are you such a cot?
Is you're a cot?
Good answer. There you go, Nacho. That's your answer. Derek, how do you personally handle the workload of tech director Andy? I know sometimes it might be too it might not be too much, but still.
You delegate what you have to the people in the technical team, or if it's management related. Most of the times, it's the only thing I have to do is towards technical team.
Yeah, basically delegating work that others can do while you do more important things is always helps. As well as managing your time efficiently. Um, that's a really good thing. Like I'm a bit of a freak, so I schedule out my entire day about when I'm gonna work, when I'm breaking, when I'm doing other things, you know, lunch and stuff like that. So just because I have so much to do, it helps me stay in focus. I also have a to-do list so I can view all my tasks for the day and I separate them to personal, school, AYS so I can see everything that I've got to do for that day. Question from Fleet, is it possible to check invites here? Possibly I think with the our AYS invite manager bot. Um, Andy might be able to comment on that.
Hey, Fleet, if you post the
I can
invite, I
take a
can
look
check it for
into
you.
it.
It's just running
Yeah, we
again.
can check it for you if you ask someone from management. Lethal, which clan is the buses hands down, I think John would agree with me.
Totally, yes. Except Rory isn't actually in that. He's actually part of the Cot clan, but yeah. I am in the best clan, so yes.
Clash of Clans or Clash Royale, I don't play either, but has anyone else got an opinion?
Hey, I know Nacho loves Clash of Clans, so yeah, that's all I know about it.
Shout out to him.
Clash of Clans and Clash Royale were fun at one point. Now it's like bad.
Question from Pamplay, will growth tips return? Um, we already do them. Uh, So we have the growth question channel, but then we also have the YouTube channel, the podcast, the email newsletter, and the blog, which we try to update weekly. So keep an eye out there for there on articles on how to grow your server and communities. I think that's what you mean by that. Emilio, what's your favorite ice cream flavor? Oh, I like strawberry the best. What about the rest of you guys?
Honestly, they're all pretty good.
I mean, I also like
I've never tasted a bad ice cream flavor.
cookies and cream is pretty good.
Okay, I have
Yeah,
a very good
chocolate and
answer
cookies and
for
cream.
this question. Okay, so personally, I think strawberry is probably number one. Then mint chocolate chip. Then there's this place
That's pretty
or
good.
there's this flavor at this local ice cream place, and it's like a bunch of flavors. I don't know how to explain it, but it's really good. And yes, that's it.
Yeah.
John, where do I put
Next
the
question.
invite? Won't it be removed by the auto mod? Just
Just give the code.
yeah, just do that.
Question from Derek. Was it painful having to teach Rory some things on the bot things? Because I know that you had to do some things like that. I think Andy can answer that. Is it annoying having to teach everyone how to do stuff? It's more a dark question. Sim.
Uh, to an extent, if I'm busy and someone's asking me to do something, then I'll just tell them to Google it, because that's how you can figure out all your questions.
Yeah, but I think a lot of the time we end up just working it out ourselves. I know with Ubuntu, especially, I've come a long way in learning that through, I guess, hands-on learning with AYS. As well as things like Git. You know, I used to never understand why we use Git, or I used to hate it because I just never worked it out. But now I love it because I can use it. And it's a really awesome tool. Question from Just Nathan. Okay, perfect time to ask, but what's the history of COTS? It starts off with Azzy. Azzy, he was the original COT, and I kind of just expand from there. Cut and Nacho especially, um, lifted it off, mainly Cut. And yeah, just a gang buses v COTS. The COTS are dumb, the buses are smart. That's all there really is to it. Emilio, best chips. Oh, are you British? Let me see. American. So what's chips in American?
Lay's.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because in Australia it's called chips. Chips are fries and chips are crisps. They're just both interchangeable. I like chicken best.
I like the regular one, to be honest. The original, it is kind of the best.
Next question from Callie. Will a full version of the Moo Moo parody be released? I think Jogging can answer this.
Yeah, let me go find that video right now and I'll send it.
It's gonna be so embarrassing.
Where is it?
It's in the memes channel.
Okay, I can't get that because I'm recording, but I will be sure to send it to you later.
Okay. Question from Curio. All time. Um, I liked what my favorite. I reckon my favorite movie is Olympus Has Fallen. What about the rest of you?
My favorite movie. That's really hard. I saw a good movie recently in the Heights that was pretty good, but I don't know about my favorite
That was
movie.
good. Feel long there.
Yeah, it's very long.
So yeah, pretty good movies. Derek, dirt or grass? I think grass is better. It's probably more nutritious than dirt. Yeah. Night Killer. Why did you why did you choose why did you choose to be an independent server? Also, what were your thoughts about the attempt to make AOS look bad with the drama? Um, we prefer to be an independent server because we don't want to have to rely on other servers, you know. Um, being a large server, I guess, we just want to stay independent as it is, you know. A lot of servers nowadays, it's sad to say, but you know, invite rewards, um, nitro giveaways, things like that, to get people to join your server. I just personally, I think it's pretty scummy because you're telling people join the server to get nitro, and then they end up joining, but they don't actually do anything. They end up leaving half the time. That's just inorganic growth. Um, but it's really up to people what they do. Discord disapproves of it. You can check out their safety articles on that. It causes a lot of spam and things like that. What are your thoughts to make AOS look bad? Look, I don't really care. We're a big server, so it doesn't really affect us much. Yeah, you just ignore it. let him move on. Where can I get Ray's fake pics? You can DM him. I think his DMs are open.
Ray loves DMs.
You can,
Uh,
I don't.
Pablo, I applied 20 times for mod so I can delete over 1,000 ads. Why don't I get accepted? Look, it comes down to a range of things. Depends how detailed your application was. If we're looking for staff at the time, I think John will have a better answer, or AYS.
Well, if you apply 20 times, you're definitely not getting accepted. I haven't even looked at your app yet, though.
We're a bit
I mean-
behind on the applications. It's sometimes we do review them out of order. If you give me a minute, I can check yours out.
Main thing is that if you apply like 3 or 4 times and you don't get accepted, it is either an issue that you don't meet the requirements, or that you need to like step up your game with how you make your application. Like, I mean, put an actual a decent amount of effort into it, because that generally um, makes your chances higher per se. So yeah, that's pretty much it.
Usually,
And
one of
that
the
applies
biggest,
for like any position.
yeah. Usually, one of the biggest things we deny for is not being here for 1 month. I've denied so many applications for that. So that could be one of the reasons why.
PT and ET are also looking for members, so yeah, feel free to apply for them.
Question from Derek. Favorite color? My role color, lime green's my favorite. I also like blue. Blue's pretty good. What about the rest of you?
Blue is my favorite,
I like
followed
the
by
blue
orange.
color.
Eclux's favorite color is blue. Yeah.
Same here.
Blue, I used to like blue.
Orange is pretty hot too.
Yeah. Yeah, orange is good. Emilio, what's your favorite thing to do outside? I play lawn bowls like competitively. I do that outside. Swimming's also fun.
Rory is
Why
like
is
very
the
good at lawn
outside?
bowls,
I
to
don't
be
know
honest.
what's that.
Equinox likes to walk around outside, I know. Go to the park. Yeah. Question from Win. Why are buses so dumb? Well, they're not, so ask your proper questions. Joseph, yes, we are recording this. Cut. Emily, what's your favorite fruit? I like banana the best. What about the rest of you?
Oranges.
Strawberries.
Wait, I have nearly 2K invites, so I get something special. Unfortunately not. While that's awesome that you have 2K invites. Um, you know what? I'll accept your friend request, okay? I was gonna do it anyway, but I'll definitely do it now. But we can't give out invite rewards because Discord disapprove of it. If you actually check their safety articles out, they have a section on it. Because it just causes a lot of spam. Because essentially, if we give rewards for getting invites, people are gonna go DM advertise, spam it. It looks bad on us as a server because we're telling people go spam your invite link so you can get rewards. So yeah. Question from Derek: do you prefer basketball or football and soccer? I prefer soccer. That's just my preference. Anyone else?
What are we considering soccer here?
I don't really have a preference.
Football or soccer or basketball?
You call
Probably
soccer
basketball.
football though, right? Or it's the opposite in UK.
Football has the funny shaped ball, and soccer has the round ball.
Yeah, I prefer soccer. I used to play soccer a bit. Yeah, I prefer
I
soccer.
did as well. It was good. I was good at it.
And then basketball, pretty good too.
Yeah, basketball's alright. Donny Blondie to
Football
can I
and
partner with
soccer
you? Yes.
are completely different, Derek.
Yes, you can partner with us. Send us a DM to AYS support saying you want to partner, and our team will get in contact with you. Is Ray and robot? Yes. Jogging, mate, Ray.
Am I?
Yep.
Am I? That's the question. Am I?
Curio, favorite Discord emote? Oh, look, I really like the stickers now. I'm a massive fan of the stickers. I know a lot of people aren't because you gotta have the $10 nitro, and a lot of people are annoyed about that. I really like stickers. My favorite emote, oh, I really like the hugging emote. and the happy fat cot, and I sleep so much, and I cry so much. They're pretty good mates. I think John would agree.
Yes, it's very good.
It's literally always spam our DMs with. Andre, will Roy be singing today? No, no, I won't be. I'm afraid.
Ray's supposed to be providing our live entertainment here, but
mm,
I,
that
I
was gonna.
mean, if you want to, I just know one song, and that's it. All right, give me like. Oof. I used to rule the world. Seas will rise when I gave the word. Now in the morning I sleep alone. Sweep the streets I used to own. I used to roll the dice. Feel the fear in my enemy's eyes. Listen as the crowd would sing. Oh, now the old king is dead. Long live the king. 1 minute I'd held the key. Next the walls will close on me. Now I know that my castle stands upon pillars of salt and pillars of sand. I hear Jerusalem's bells ring, cavalry choirs are singing. My missionary in a foreign field. For some reason I can't explain. I know once you go there, there was never in a known-ness world. And that was when I ruled the world. Woo! That's it, okay. Have fun.
very good singing.
Very good. Yes. Question from Derek. What's your comfort food? Look, whatever's in the cupboard, I'll take. Chocolate, sweets, whatever there is. But generally, I don't use comfort food. I just either chill out or something. What about you, Joggin?
No idea to be honest. I just eat whatever I have in front of me. But my favorite food
Joseph?
overall is probably like chicken.
Pizza's my favorite.
Mm.
Joseph, moo question mark. Moo to you too. Favorite sport? Lawn bowls. It's a pretty good sport. No one knows what it is though, but it's pretty good.
I like
Like the
golf
rest of you,
personally.
golf. It's not even a sport.
Is it? Me
Probably
too.
swimming.
Swimming's fun too. Golf, swimming, basketball, all pretty good sports.
I was good at hockey.
Hockey's very hard, I feel like. It's like
Cal Question from Kelly. What would you do if I was behind you right now? Well, my bed's right behind me, so you'd be probably sleeping. So I'd have to smack you. Favorite fast food? Oh, I like HSP, but I'm not really cool if you call that fast food. I'd be Macca's. What about the rest of you?
Popeyes,
No one knows what Macca's is if you're not Australian or
McDonald's
Equinox.
cut.
Mm,
Very caught
pretty good.
restaurant if I'm being honest. McDonald's is like so overrated.
Not even one of these two. I have to have 1,000 members to partner. No, you can partner with 100 members. That's our small partners. Luke Zero. Yes, the robot does have integrated Spotify now. Pretty cool, isn't it? Derek, John recorded racing, right? John, are you recording audio from this?
Yes, I am.
Oh, thank God, because Equinox and I can't record desktop audio. We can only record ourselves.
Pretty cut.
So thank God. Uh, favorite Discord server? I think AYS is my favorite. But I'm also like I have a few, I guess, more personal servers that I like. I have one with my school friends in it. A couple of AYS friends ones. But yeah, they're pretty cool. Also on a few gaming servers, so yeah. Question from him, Hilderus. What are your thoughts on advertising servers competing with Discord servers, list websites? I don't think either's a replacement for each other because they're two different things. Um, uh, like listing sites, they're websites, whereas servers are servers. Um, websites are generally more effective because you can just fund the server you want. But advertising servers are equally effective. If people don't want to have to go looking on websites, they can just find a server in the server. That's why we offer both. We offer Discord Expert, which is our listing site, as well as the server. Only Blondie fork. What are we forking? Talking about like a repo. Yeah. Pablo, you guys accept rape prevention tips? Yes, we do. Well, you can feel free to do that in the suggestions channel. Yeah, and we'll see what we can do. Donnie Blonde. I'm not too sure what you're asking there. I think it's a bit of a sensitive question for some. Cats or dogs? We answered this before, but dogs for the smart people, cats for the dumb.
Especially Joseph,
I,
he's quite a dumb cat.
look, as cat. I hate cats, but I love cats. Callie, when's SYA coming out? Is that social media or SYA? Hmm. Never, I guess. Derek Creeper. Oh man. Question from Emily. Why do people keep leaving my server? Generally, it's because people have lost engagement with your server, or they're not interested in staying. Generally, you got to keep people engaged with your community. So, running giveaways, events, hanging out and chat with your members, getting them engaged. Um, that's generally just what I suggest you do. You also got to look at the server from your members' perspective. So we do that at AYS quite a lot. We want to look, we have a lot of channels at AYS, so and it's really easy for people to get lost in everything. So we try and make it as easy as possible for new members to find their way by hiding a lot of channels behind our community role, which you get when you get to level 2 or 3, or you can get by reacting in the role channel. So we always look from our members' perspective and see what it looks like when they're in the server, making it easy as possible for them to use it. It's a very big server and there's a lot of channels, so we want to make it easy as possible. Uh, can I sleep? I already answered this before, Matt, and the answer is no. Night Killer, what way would you recommend for server growth? Well, so what do you think AIs help growth towards last stage? So uh hmm, in what way? I'm not too sure what you mean by what way, but you mean like advertising? I think advertising and community engagement is the two most important things. So it's about keeping members and making sure people don't leave. Um, I think that's what helped AIs grow this last day, consistent feedback, getting members involved, and as well as being a unique community at the time. So yeah. Seeing how are you guys doing today? Pretty early, but I always get up at 5:30, so it doesn't really matter. But I'm having a pretty good day so far. What about the rest of you guys?
It's good.
Very tired, to be honest, but pretty good.
Airbus's birds are in the background.
All right, Airbus, you should show
I
people
think
your
I'm doing
birds.
okay.
Imagine having a
I know
bird.
Xflix is getting pretty mad because he's up late. Doesn't like staying up late. Um, what plans do you have for hours in the future? Look, at the moment, we do have a roadmap that we make every year, but I won't spoil anything. But we do have some pretty cool things planned. As part of the birthday announcement, we have some cool things we're going to release as well. So keep your eye out for that later in the day
They're
or the
very
night,
cool.
depending
Very
on where
cool.
you live.
Very
Yeah.
pog.
When will we have more Bedrock Edition advertising channels in AYG? You can always make the suggestion in AYG, and the AYG team will look over that. There's a suggestion channel in AYG, so head over there and make a suggestion. Why is growing a server so hard? Well, as they say, anything worthwhile in life is not going to be easy. Growing a server is one of the most rewarding things ever. So you gotta understand that it's not going to be easy as with anything you do in life. If you want to get anywhere like with AYS, it's been very hard. But you know, it's been 100% worth it. You know, um, it's awesome. You know, I've worked so hard. We've all worked so hard to get where we are, and just it's really paid off. Can we make Liam McCott? No. Eric, do you think you'll ever participate in Plastic Free July? Um, as a server, I don't really know how we do that. Because we don't. Yeah. Um, so I don't really know how that would work. But personally, possibly, I don't really know. I haven't heard about that before. Everywhere has different things. But I know countries are like New Zealand, for example, 2025 or 2035, I think it was. They were getting rid of all plastics. So yeah, we've a kind of weird question. But do your parents know about AYS? When I think of it, yeah, my parents know about it. I mean, I spend so much time on it. I'm always involved in it. They know about it. Um, they don't get too involved, but they're proud of me. Um, yeah, they like our stuff on our social media channels. I know Joglin's mom's really into it.
Mm. My mom actually joined the server before, but got kicked by alt identifier, so that was pretty great.
Anyone else want to answer that?
I think mine know about it. I'm not sure. They like it. They like me doing a lot of developer stuff.
So yeah. Can I have the bulb? I'm gonna have to ask Airbus for the bulb. Derek, do you know what gusto means? Not targeted at anyone in particular. Um, anyone know what that means?
Yes, it means quickly with passion, similar to that.
Okay.
It's Italian. It's typically used in music.
I
I
mean
see.
that's also Spanish word. It means like taste. So yeah.
Hmm. Emilio, what's your favorite season of the year? I really like winter, but I'm also starting to like summer more because just more daylight. Like right now, I'm looking out the window and it's pretty dark still. It's pretty gloomy. Yeah, I like winter more because I'm not good with the heat. So yeah. Um, where can I buy a shirt to wear? A shirt of AYS so I can wear it to show I'm a member. You can buy it on our store. Um, yeah, store shop.aos.gg, and we have a merchandise category there. Fleet, do you wear AYS merch in public? Um, sometimes, not a lot anymore. I prefer just keep low key. But yeah, I do like my AYS merch. My friends always pick on me when I wear it on like free dress days. They're always like, businessman here. So yeah. Any ideas to making your VCs more active? Not really. We actually lock them behind the community role because we want to make it easy for new members because they're not really used a lot. But we hope to bring the podcast and stuff to stage channels more so we can have them live and for the public as well so we can use stage discovery. I'm getting to that friend request. Um, do you think Alice is somewhat prone to violence? Discord 17th guideline. What's the 17th guideline? I don't know off the top of my head.
It's you cannot share content that violates anyone's intellectual property.
I don't believe so.
I mean it shouldn't
Um,
be because everything is like if you post your server or someone's like you post your art, you're supposed to like have the consent of that. And even if you like post someone else, I don't know, art project, you're supposed to be um having their consent for that. So if you don't, basically you're violating that rule, and we don't like we punish that kind of stuff. So I don't think we are in the wrong there.
like we have taken action against servers who copy our content. We accept DMCA requests if they follow the guidance by law. Um, but yeah, as more of a platform itself, as a place people can post stuff, where you can just send us a message and we'll deal with it. Is it hard being a server owner with so many members? Oh look, not really. since we have the massive team behind us, they do a lot of the moderation work. I do a lot more behind the scenes work, so that's why you don't see me as much. I work a lot, but generally a lot of it's not public. So uh, I don't want to spoil what I do. Like I write the email newsletter, the blogs, I do the podcasts generally. Um, I'll do a lot of legal and financial stuff as well, like business registration, things like that. I'll deal with customers as well. Do a lot of mod mail work and general support, as well as I help maintain bots and websites. So yeah, lasagna or spaghetti? Oh my god, I love them both equally. Um, I'm gonna say
Personally, I
lasagna.
like more lasagna because I personally I don't like the spaghetti. So yeah, that's that.
Lasagnas is a lot better in my opinion. It's like there's so much more to it, you know?
Yeah, I think so. It's a lot more whole.
Yeah.
How do you guys keep stuff in good shape? Make sure they do the right thing and behave. I think a lot of it comes down to uh we have strict hiring procedures. Like we have a minimum hiring age of 15, because people younger than that have a much higher chance of getting involved in the wrong stuff. As well as we have a team who help uh make sure staff follow the rules, and yeah, we have pretty strict rules when it comes to policies and what staff can and can't do to keep everyone safe.
Definitely.
Yeah. How do you stay productive with what you do? I guess, you just gotta keep thinking about the end goal. Um, I procrastinate a lot, I'll say, but at the end of the day, uh, I'll do what's best. So sometimes that means, if I gotta have an easier day, I'll take an easy day. Like today, like next week, I'm going away, so I'll be off. But I'm trying to fit everything in the next couple of days. But you just gotta keep being passionate, keep pushing. Um, gotta remember what the end goal is. Uh, who's the oldest and youngest management member? I think Ray's the oldest. Youngest would
I
be,
think so. I'm the oldest with 20 years.
yeah. Then I'm 18. Airbus, I think 17. And then I think John's the youngest.
I'm 16, so yeah, probably.
Andre, how do I know a business idea is good before releasing it? Mm, you're asking for my business knowledge, yeah. I think, hmm, generally, the reason we make a business is to solve a problem. Purpose of AYS, the problem we're fixing is people not being able to go to their server. Your business has to have a problem that a lot of people want to solve, and it means a lot to them. Um, Generally doing, customer, you do, surveys, ask people what they would think of a business idea. That's generally a good way to go. Remember we did that back in year 8. I did entrepreneurship as a activity at my school. That's what we did. We went out into the community and asked people what they think of our idea. Um, so yeah, I think, making sure you have a problem that people want to solve is a good idea, as well as knowing how you're going to do that and make sure people are going to be interested in it. Um, so you're going to make it worthwhile for people. So ask people what they think, get surveys. Yeah. Question for Ray: what do you think the importance of HR is?
Oh, um, that's kind of simple. Without HR, I don't think this staff team will be what it is. It is kind of like HR takes care of a heavy load of, what makes some of the important aspects of the staff team work, such as, going on break or policy management and, guides, that type of stuff that if without them, it wouldn't be like the same thing per se. So it's kind of the entirety of HR is important.
Yeah, HR is a pretty important department. They help manage all the and AYS. What are your opinions on servers banning memes in general? I think I agree with it, depending on the server type. Because the general chat's meant to be where people text. If you spam in GIFs, then people aren't going to be able to chat as much. That's why we disable image post permissions for if you don't have bronze or above. So yeah, I think we have a separate memes channel, but I think you gotta keep general a place where people can talk, not just share memes. Yeah, I quite think it's crucial you eat water. Look, I don't know about eating it, but I think staying hydrated is very important, especially if you're doing a job like this. I know myself, I get so into it sometimes that I just forget for hours, and then I'm really thirsty. So remember to keep hydrated, otherwise helps you think and focus. Like, how many hours do you work? I'll have a look. So today, I'm scheduled in for uh, oh, it's hard to say. I'll do about 7 hours today. Right now I'll have breakfast after this, then I'll do some more work, then I'm going out for lunch with a friend. It's got some homework, then I'll do some more in the evening. Um, so yeah, what about the rest of you?
It really depends on the day. I'd say usually 3 to 6 hours a day.
Why is air the best? Why are air are the best?
It's a very
Uh,
confusing question, to be honest.
I, I like air. I mean, photosynthesis is pretty cool. Um, yeah,
Very subjective question, if you ask me.
yeah, fair point. Do you work full time, Rory? And does anyone else? Oh, look, I'm not officially. I'm more of a, I guess you could say, contractor. So, um, I kind of work whatever's necessary. So since it's the holidays now, I'm working a lot more, but during school time, I'll work a lot less. So we don't really have full time, part time. It's more just what's assigned that week and what spare time you have. Um, Generally it all fits in fine. And if I don't have enough time, I just delegate it to someone else. So yeah. Question from Ray Warrior. What can I do to ensure my server keeps growing even when I'm gone? Um, I think having a staff team will definitely help, making someone like temporary, I guess, manager or management. They can help keep the server running while you're gone. Uh, so yeah, just having someone there to take over your roles, generally the best thing. Like when I go away, Equilux becomes the acting chief executive officer. So yeah. Question from Derek: how do you find motivation for something that takes so long? For example, starting a business or server. I think for me, it always came down to I was always entrepreneurial. I always loved doing it. Even if I had like no staff, I made no money or anything, and if I spent more money on it, even if it cost me money, I still really enjoyed doing it. Um, it gave me something to do with my time, and I was really passionate about doing it. So I guess for me, that's what kept me going. I just really found that a lot of fun. You just gotta always look at what you're trying to achieve in the end goal. And I always think when you're having a tough time, you gotta look at why you're doing this to begin with. And that will help. Scholars challenge, son. What do you think? Stank memes stinks, smells. I think. I don't know. User XZ, how do you get event points for this? We're not offering event points for this. This is more of a special event, and it's not really a competition. Emily, how many friends do you have on Discord and in real life? I have a lot. My friends list is pretty large. At school, I generally hang out with this group. There's like 10 of us. Um, on AYS, I'd say, I hang out with majority of the staff team. especially a lot of management. I probably even probably hang out with them more than my school friends. But yeah. What about the rest of you?
Uh, that I actually speak with like maybe 3 or 4. That I have like people as is like 155, and like real life friends, I don't have that many. I have like maybe 2 or 3 that are really good, and you have the I know people, which are just there, not really hanging out or anything like that, but just there.
Yeah. I think online you can find a lot more people who are into the topic you are. Like a lot of my friends, they're not really into what I do. So having people like John and Equilux, um, yeah, it's a lot better. Derek, do you think John will get unwell if he continues to drink so much water? I think he's pretty unwell as it is. Being in a
You cry
cot
so
doesn't
much.
exactly help.
It's very mean of you.
Yeah,
I'm just gonna go to bed and cry myself to sleep tonight because of you.
I hope so. You do that. Um, why does social media have TOS? Because they have rules about what you can and can't do. They're gonna make sure that people follow the rules as well as they keep themselves safe by saying what they do. Derek, that's very dumb. Cut, no, you cannot. It's okay. You can be my friend, Matt. I think we're getting to the end of question time. We'll just take a couple more. People have further questions. Otherwise, we'll wrap things up. Didn't expect us to go for this long. The founder of AYS, that's Equinox, but he's gone to bed now. It's a bit late for him. Not Equine now, as he is called. Um, yeah.
Hey Andre, can I just point out that you have helper before operations management in your name? I like that so much. Very good.
Do you accept friend requests? Generally not. I only do it for staff members or in real life friend or like school friends or people I know. Um, yeah. I try to keep my friends list clean. Why? There's could be 1,000 reasons why your ad's been deleted. It's probably best to get in touch with our support. If you got a DM from our bot, it will tell you why. Otherwise, there might be something in your ad. Callie, well, I'm JoJo Mother. I'm mother of all cods, so I don't know how that's gonna work. I think we'll take one more question and then we'll wrap up. Or 2 more because two people are typing. 3 people typing now.
Everybody's gonna start typing now that you said that. Several
Yeah.
people are typing.
I'll close. I'm closing the questions channel in 20 seconds. Mm. Two, one. Dun, dun, dun. Obviously the AOS management system is relatively unique. Most servers, multiplex people don't do management teams like this. Oh, look, I think for our structure, ours is better because Minecraft, I mean, I think Minecraft's a Minecraft server. Uh, I think being equal as management teams are a lot better. We all have different roles that are needed. I think if you're like, and we all have school as well, so we're a lot more busier. I think a lot of servers, like if you look at Discord.me, they have 2 owners and that's it. But they work on Discord.me full time. They don't have a staff team as big as ours and stuff. Um, so yeah, I think that's. I think it depends on the amount of time you've got and um how big you are. Derek, what's your favorite drink? I like water personally. What about the rest of you?
I would say like either a soda or something. I don't know. I I don't really have like favorite things. Like I say, oh yeah, I like this in particular.
My
I
favorite
like
is
a lot
like
of things.
flavored water or something. I don't know.
Flavored water.
I mean, I don't know. That's kind of hard question, you know? I don't really think about it that much.
Mhm. What do you think of ghosts? I think they're pretty spooky. Yeah. Fortnite or Apex? Well, Apex died. At last, I played it for once, and then I quit. So I have to say Fortnite if I'm honest. Um, I think that's it for today's for the Q&A the AMA with management today. Thanks for coming around. Later today, we're going to be having an announcement about the birthdays, and like we'll be hosting a few giveaways and releasing some cool new things. So keep an eye out for that. We'll be posting this on our YouTube channel later, so you can keep an eye out for that. Um, I think that's really all there is to say. Uh, anyone else got anything else want to add?
Don't think so.
That's there.
We actually made it to exactly 5:30, so that's pretty pog.
Yeah, I was expecting this to go for like half an hour, but we made it to like an hour and a half. So yeah, thanks for sticking around. It's been an awesome event. We've got quite a few people, I'd say. So yeah, I think that's kind of it, isn't it?